'Twas in another lifetime, one of toil and blood. Blackness was a virtue, and the road was full of mud. I came in from the wilderness, a creature void of form. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Not a word spoke between us, there was no risk involved. Everything was up to that point had been just unresolved. Try imagining a place where it's always warm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. I was burned out from exhaustion, buried in the hail, poisoned in the bushes, blown out on the trail, hunted like a crocodile, ravaged in the corn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Suddenly I turned around and she was standing there with silver bracelets on her wrists and flowers in her hair. She walked up to me gracefully, she took my crown of thorns. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. In a little hilltop village, I gambled for my clothes. I bargained for salvation, and they gave me a lethal dose. I offered up my innocence, got repaid with their scorn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Now there is a wall between us, something there's been lost. I took so much for granted, I got my signals crossed. Just to think it all began an uneventful morn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. I'm living in a foreign country, but I'm bound to cross the line. Beauty walks a razor's edge, someday I'll make it mine. If I could only turn back the clock to when God and her were born. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm.